Hi there, and welcome to this month's angel card reading. I'm Stacie Tatera, medium healer teacher, and I am excited to do the reading and get the messages for July of 2025. So I'm home recording, and what it means is that my two dogs, especially Maui, will seem that like he needs to get involved in this process. So don't be surprised if he's whining and jumping up, because that's just kind of what he does. It's like I begin to start talking to a camera and he's like, I need to get involved in this process, Mom. So we'll see if he makes an appearance. He's right next to me whining. So if you hear anything, that's him as well. So anyway, I hope everyone is doing well, and we are weathering the heat that has been definitely taking over the Midwest. It's been all over the country. It's been very challenging, and I'm not a fan of super hot, humid weather, but I will not complain too much because it's better than snow, right? But wherever you are, I hope you're keeping cool and doing well. A couple of things before I get started, kind of like housekeeping, event updates and such. So as I did want to let everyone know that my website has been kind of revamped, and I also just switched over to a new scheduling system. So if you haven't been to my site, milwaukeemedium.com, that's where you can find this reading, as well as sign up for different services, schedule classes and services online. Lots of information. And my newest podcast interview is also under the About Stacie tab on the website, and I had the honor of being interviewed by Lisa Wetzel, who is an amazing Akashic Record practitioner. She's a reader who does readings for the Akashic Records, and she's just, I love her. And if you're interested in getting an Akashic Record reading, or you want a little bit more insight into what those records show for you, I encourage you to visit her site, lisawetzel.com. But the podcast is on my website. It's an hour long. Lots of information that I share about being a medium, but also about death and dying and all kinds of really interesting information. So if you have an interest in checking that out, again, you can find it on YouTube. You can find it under Lisa's information, but also, again, it's posted on my website, so you can check that out. If you get my monthly newsletter that also has this reading, I will include the link there as well. So new website, updated, new headshots, and also a new scheduling platform. I'm now with Vagaro. So I was with Schedulicity, which is really the scheduling platform that you use when you schedule with me, and Vagaro bought out Schedulicity, or they merged or something, but I could no longer use Schedulicity, had to shift to Vagaro. I like Vagaro. I've used it because I have friends that are practitioners and I book with them through Vagaro. There's an app which is really nice to have on your phone. You can get it online, but if you go to the Schedule Now button on my website, it will direct you over. Right now, things seem to be working well. We had a few bugs and user error issues, but it seems like everything is up and running, and my schedule is open through November. So if you have an interest in getting something scheduled, you can get in there and schedule. If you have any issues at all, questions, please email me at milwaukeemedium@gmail.com. But I did want to just give you a heads up that the new scheduling system is up and running, and if you have any issues at all, let me know. Events coming up, classes for me, a lot of Reiki. So if you are a Reiki practitioner and you've done your attunement and lineage through me and you're ready to move on, that would be great. If you want to begin your journey, we've got a Reiki 1 class. So right now, Reiki Master is August 2nd. I know I have a couple people already interested and signed up for that, but if you do have an interest in going to the master level for Reiki, that would be August 2nd. This would be at my office space inside Renew Holistic Wellness, but you sign up, obviously on my site. On August 9th, I'm doing a gallery reading event again at the Cellar Pub and Grill, which is in Oak Creek, which is right up the street from me. We did one very successfully at the end of May. There's only, at time of recording this, there's only, like I say, maybe 4 seats left. So if you have an interest in joining me on August 9th, it's a Saturday morning at 9:30. We're doing it before the place opens, so it's a little bit more quiet, but it's in the outside pavilion. Would love to see you. And that's basically me doing readings for a group. And again, not everyone's guaranteed a reading. However, I get through quite a few people. So if that interests you, sign up for that. August 23rd is Reiki 1. So if you're interested in starting your Reiki journey, I would encourage you to sign up for that class. And then September 27th is Reiki 2. And then the other event that I know will be happening in October is I'll be doing another event at the Cellar at the end of October in honor of Halloween and the spooky season. So keep an eye out for the October date to be posted so that you can go in and sign up. It's not up just yet, but it will be probably by sometime in August. At any rate, that's what's going on. Wanted to give you, again, a heads up with that. Those are kind of the main things that are happening for us. June was no joke, like for real. A lot of shifting, changing, adjusting, a lot of learning, growing, evolving, a lot of things going on in the world around us. So I hope you're weathering all of that as best you can. It can get a little disconcerting and uncomfortable when you're feeling a little about things that are happening. But I remind you, as I remind myself, like just take a deep breath and trust that things are going as they should, and be mindful of the energy that you're putting out there. So for this month's angel card reading, we're going to be doing the Angels and Ancestors deck. I haven't used this deck in a really long time. I think it's been a while. I say that and someone will say, oh, you did that 2 months ago. I don't remember, but I love this deck. So I'm really interested to see what our messages are for this month. And let's go ahead and dig in. All right. So the first card is Trust in the Unknown. I think we kind of just said that, right? So Father Sky, I love this card. It's very powerful. It's almost like God's in the sky, and then there's this eagle and this lightning, and it's a little dramatic, but it is trust in the unknown. So this is a reminder as we move through life, as we move through July, we need to really trust the processes. We need to trust that everything's going as it should. We need to understand that there is universal guidance in everything that's happening. Again, when we have this Father Sky, this deep, loving, fatherly-ish energy that is watching over us. Again, for me, it feels like it could be, feel into whatever that is for you, but it does feel like a universal God type of energy, source energy, really wanting us to understand, as well as our teams and our angels, that we really have to trust in how things are playing out. It's super important. And that can be as relationships fall away. It could be as jobs are changing and shifting. I think the thing that I'm getting to is don't hold on to things that aren't serving you. I'm hearing that very loudly with this card. So if trusting in the unknown is you making a decision to go in a different direction, leaving a relationship, a job, doing something that you've just been wanting to do for yourself, and you're just kind of like, I'm not quite sure how to make this happen. This card is telling you, trust in the process, go outside of your comfort zone, release things that are making you uncomfortable, but it's what's making you uncomfortable, right? It's making sure you're not getting in your own way. So really great card. I've always loved the power and the energy behind this card. The eagle represents such strength and vision. It's also very significant to our country here in the United States, which makes me think, okay, let's trust what's happening around us, even from a perspective of what's going on in our country and what's playing out in the world stages, right? So that's something else too, but it's perspective, how the eagle sees things, waits, and really tries to be able to see all views of things, because they can see 3 miles in any direction, and then they kind of wait and decide what they're going to do. So I feel like it's being patient, it's about perspective, but it's also trusting when things maybe don't go the way we think they should, but ultimately they're going the way that they should. Okay. All right, next card. Guardian Angel, you are not alone. Okay, so no mistake here with my shirt and the feather. Oh my gosh. I have a couple friends who have this tattoo. I think they took the card and they have this feather tattoo that they had done for themselves because it's so beautiful. But Guardian Angel, I mean, that's just beautiful. You are not alone. So we're trusting in the unknown, and we're remembering we're not alone in this journey. We're not alone in this process. So whether it's our loved ones who have transitioned, whether it's our spirit team and our guides, it's a reminder to ask for help and assistance. So many times when I do readings, people were like, well, I don't know who my guides are and how do I get connected into that energy? Asking, but also expressing gratitude around their connections to us. As many of you know, you've heard me say it in probably every reading and then every recording that I've done with the angel cards is like, we're meditating, we're praying, we're getting connected. Now more than ever, it's super important that you're getting connected to yourself. And it's also a reminder that, you know, what I'm hearing around this card too is you are not alone. How do you get connected? How are you staying connected? Self-care. How are you taking care of yourself right now? That's another really important thing energetically that we all should be doing and working on, because anything that recharges our batteries and gives us time to regroup. And we do go into Mercury retrograde in July, which means some things might be revisiting us, you know, kind of, you know, I hate the word testing, but kind of like, are you through this? Are you still reacting? Are you still responding? Are you still triggered? Like looking at all of those things in the Mercury retrograde. But again, remembering to ask for help when you need it, whether it's your team, whether it's a friend, whether it's a partner, whether it's therapy, counseling, do what you need to do to take care of yourself. But this feather is very much a sign that you are not alone. The eye in the sky, right here, right? That's it. So source energy, always, always, always with us. Enjoy growth and reap the rewards. Our Lady comes up. This is a great card, kind of a great third position card. Enjoy growth and reap the rewards. So we're trusting, we're understanding how to get connected to ourselves and the universe and our angels, our teams, our guides. And then we're enjoying the growth of our own expansion, and we're seeing the benefit of what that is. So in July, what you may see are some things that you've kind of been waiting to come to fruition for you, things that, you know, you've been just hoping will start to move and shift for you. You're going to see some of that movement this month. The other thing I'm hearing is anything that's been stagnant or stuck is going to start shifting forward. Part of that is because we are energetically. I post a lot of astrological stuff that's going on with the planets. I always say I can never remember everything. That's why I post it for you to read and check out. So look into that, check into those things and see what's going on in the universe around us from a planetary perspective, because that also, you know, can give us a little bit of information about what might be bubbling up for us, what we could expect potentially outside in the outside world, but also in our own world and space. But we're enjoying the growth and reaping the rewards. The other thing I'm hearing is continue to plant seeds, right? So it's important that we are continuing to do what we can to plant seeds so that things will grow even further out. So don't give up if something hasn't popped quite yet for you, but this is just beautiful. It's like, you know, the fruit is being ripe. It's ready for us to enjoy. So hopefully we're seeing more of that this month, where you will enjoy your personal internal growth process, or progress, I should say. And you might look around you and say, oh my gosh, things are finally starting to move forward in a way that I feel really good about, I feel comfortable with. And so it's like the universe going, here you go, job well done. So really great messages for this month. Again, trusting in the unknown. I feel like this is a message we definitely have to take moving forward for forever, because that's just kind of where things have been. Where just things pop up out of nowhere and you feel a little blindsided, great word, and you're like, what is happening right now? And it's pulling back into that trust space and understanding that things are playing out the way that they need to. And what is your part going to be in that? I'm a real big fan of the Let Them theory by Mel Robbins. I refer a lot of clients to this book or her podcast. If you're someone who loves to read or an Audible person, if you have not read her book, I highly recommend it. It just is so empowering and freeing to have a better understanding of your role and how you give your power away to other people over things that you can't control, and just trusting everything that's going on around you. So if you've heard of the book and it's on your TBR, I would recommend that you do it. That you get that book on your to be read list and take advantage of it. It's great read, and it's a book you'll reread and get something different out of the book every time. So there's my plug for Mel Robbins. I enjoy her work very much. Again, you're not alone, and if you're feeling alone, tap into yourself, right? Don't look externally for someone to always be making you happy. Happiness is an inside job. Do the work and then enjoy reap the benefits of that work. Okay, so for the crystal, we're doing the daily crystal inspiration. Citrine, bring in the light. I love that. Let the sunshine pour in. Some spiritual vitamin D will lift your spirits and your sights on life. Let happiness be a choice you make every day. Just like the sun bursts through the fog on a cloudy day, you have the ability to bring light in even when you might be feeling a little blue. You are in charge of the weather within your inner environment. We just said that. That's amazing. Embrace what it feels like to feel good and make a conscious effort to stay in the light. So citrine is I love citrine. I just looked at because I have a Pray Night bracelet that has citrine in it, but I don't have that one on today. But citrine is beautiful. Lots of jewelry, bracelets, all the things. Put it on your altar, put it on your nightstand, add it to your regimen in what you're due for your spiritual practice for the month of July, and bring in some light to your everyday. So really great cards for this month. Lots of good things coming. I encourage you, if you missed the class stuff, everything is on my website under the events page. Again, if you have any issues with scheduling through Vagaro, please let me know. Check out the podcast with Lisa Wetzel. It's amazing, as is she. I've had a couple readings with her. And if you're like, I don't know what Akashic Record readings are, just maybe go to her website, get some information. It's similar to it has a combination of past life, but what is your soul contract look like for this lifetime? What are the Akashic Records pulling in for your soul? So it's pretty amazing if that's something that interests you. And again, I trust Lisa. She's very good at what she does. So again, you can find me at milwaukeemedium.com. And if you have any questions, you know how to get in touch with me, and on my socials on Facebook as well as Instagram. Sometimes I see some hacking information and stuff, so just be wary of that. I usually post about that. But have a great July. Happy birthday, America, and happy birthday to all the July babies. Stay cool, enjoy this summertime warmth, and take care of yourself. Be good to yourself, and let's just go with the flow. We've got this, okay? All right, take care. Have a good month.